Good morning. This is Karen O'Neill, your hostess for today. And I am so happy to welcome everybody here. If you're brand new, a super huge welcome. Thanks for coming. This is community. We love to see you here. If you've been here time after time, oh, thank you so much for coming and sharing. And this is the day that we talk about why we in LifeWave have so much hope. We have way more hope than a lot of people out there, and that's why we're here. We want to let them know. So we are not here to try to treat, diagnose, or cure any disease, but we are here to talk to you about a product that is from just beautiful light therapy that helps our bodies heal because we were born to heal. So we're going to get started today, and we're a close-knit community, and we share about what's been going on with us with the patches. Sometimes if you have a story, even if it's kind of old, maybe it's time to recycle it, because when we tell our experiences, we give ideas and things. Oh, I never thought about doing this for that or whatever. So we're helping to give ideas to the community, to our friends. And so I want to see who's going to come on and bless our community first with a story about how these patches have impacted your life and how it's proof that we are born to heal. And make sure you unmute yourself. If you can put your hand up, I think I can figure this out now. I can call on you and then you unmute yourself. So it looks like I saw a hand go up and down. What happened? It looks like Anne-Marie Dixon. Come on in, unmute yourself.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Just a quick one. I had heard Kay say a great story about the Alavita. I think it was the night cream she had put on her hands. And about 3 days ago, I was doing some heavy duty cleaning, and I never really used bleach directly contact with my hands because it'll just eat the skin right off. But I put just a little bleach and some water and some natural cleanser I have. I was cleaning something that was heavy duty, hard work. And it did get on my hands, and it, as I expected, it kind of ate away the skin, and I was kind of cracked and bleeding, looked like bad chapped hands. And I couldn't even put my hands in water to even wash my hands. It burnt so much. I put the Alavita night cream on it immediately after I experienced that. And several times during the day. That was 3 days ago. Yesterday, about 3 times yesterday. And 3 times each of 3 days, I guess. And then last night, this morning, I'm fine.
That is amazing. I love it. And that probably gave a lot of people an idea. I'm getting a feedback. I don't know what to do about it. Do you guys hear it? Anyway, thank you. Thank you so much. And for helping. Do you guys get an echo when I talk?
Yes.
I have no idea what to do about it.
Everybody, then the person that speaks can come on and it won't give you the feedback usually.
If what? What was the first part of that?
If everybody mutes and only one person comes on at a time, it usually
That'll help. Okay, thank you. Okay, so Kay, you're next. Thank you.
Karen, first I've discovered that if I have a phone near me when I'm running a Zoom call, I'll get that echo. Do you have a phone sitting there that you could put in another room? It might help. So I just wanted to jump back behind Anne-Marie because I don't think I've shared that on this community. I'm 79 years old, and I noticed my hands, in addition to those ugly brown spots, were getting pretty wrinkled, my hands. So I started about a week ago putting the night cream on my hands, both day, morning, and night. And they firmed up so quickly, really within 3 days. Those terrible wrinkles were smoothing out. I know it's going to take much longer to get rid of the brown spots, but they're twice as light as they were when I started a week ago. So I just thought I'd share that was what I had shared with my group when I taught, and that was what Anne-Marie was referring to. And great, we don't hear the echo anymore.
I moved my phone. Always had it next to me, never had that happen, but that was wonderful. That's what we do in community. We help each other. We're not just here for one person to be the expert. We all have our expertise and we can all help. Okay, that's wonderful. And I'm gonna be starting to rub it on my hands. That's
Well,
awesome.
and I do use it at night all the time, every single night. It's fabulous. It's not heavy, it's light and creamy. It absorbs in right away. And if you're using it and wearing the Alavita patches at the same time, which I do every night, then it's pretty amazing. I thought, oh, I should use up all this cream I have. You know how we have bits and pieces around. I just threw it all away because there's nothing like this Alavita product.
Wow, that is a great talk. And you know, that was David's talk last time, was on the Alavita program. So if you missed that, go into the YouTube. I think Live Younger probably has it on the website too, and listen to it, because there was a lot of great information.
Yes. Well, he talks about how it heals you from the inside out, where any other creams you're using, you just put on the outside and that does nothing for what's happening inside. And so it is a great talk.
And do you remember which one he said, if you get a sunburn, or somebody said it really helps a sunburn? Was that the night cream?
No, that's it. Well, X39, you won't get a sunburn if you're
Right,
wearing-
but somebody said one of those creams really help for sunburns. Yeah, I don't sunburn like I used to at all, you guys. I used to sunburn in 20 minutes. Now I can be out almost 3 hours and on a boat in the sun, and I don't sunburn. So it's awesome. She's right, that's X39. Wonderful. Well, thank you. Let's see, it looks like maybe Tim or Helen has something to say.
Yes, I wanted to share. This is one of our Australia distributors. She says, yesterday I got out of bed to discover only my left leg could weight bear. I couldn't work out. Why? I thought, goodness, I've got 3 grandchildren to look after today. This can't be happening. As I sat on the side of the bed, I thought, what can I use? Then the light bulb went on. I know, I'll try Ice Wave. And after muscle testing to see how many, I applied the 2 sets of Ice Wave around my ankle joint. And within minutes, I was up and going all day, washing, shopping, cooking, gardening, and of course, running after little ones. Thanks, LifeWave, you've done it again. So she thought she was not going to be able to accomplish a thing. And there she was, you know, carrying on with all kinds of activities. So then I wanted to share, Tim had a birthday. We went to the zoo. We were walking around about 5 hours. Then our daughter is remodeling her house. So we were up on our feet, you know, 5-6 hours a day, every day for a long time. And we just haven't had to stand around and work like that, bending down, up and up. But we had our energy patches on every single day. Of course, we wear all the other patches, you know, different times a day, but we sustained energy and came home feeling great. No muscle soreness. We're so grateful for these patches.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. It's a big deal. It impacts our life. It impacts our daily life. It impacts right now, and it impacts our future. It's pretty awesome. So it looks like, is it Katie and Jake? Katie, it looks like. You want to unmute yourself?
Anne Marie's got her hand up also.
No, she just.
I think that was before, and I don't know how to take them down.
I forgot
Katie?
to take it down. I just did.
Thank you.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't have my hand up.
It was an accidental one. Okay, no
I
problem.
guess so.
So who's next? Who'd like to come next? And I have a request, actually, Darlene. Is there any way you can talk about Larry's eye thing? And I just love to hear that every once in a while. It is so huge.
Okay. My husband was diagnosed with a problem where fluid builds up in the back of your eye and it distorts your vision. You can go blind if you don't do something about it. And the traditional method of taking care of this problem is to get shots right in your eyeball. And he did that for many years, about every 8 weeks. And it would dry it up. There might be a few months when he wouldn't have to get a shot, and then he'd go back in and the doctor would say, oh, it's building back up. We need another shot. And those shots are $2,000 a piece. So hopefully you have good insurance. But we started wearing the patches probably about the 3rd week in August of 2019. And in November of 2019, he got his last shot. And he keeps going in for periodic appointments, but every time we've gone in since then, his eye has stayed dry. And the only thing we did was put X39 on it. For the first year, we used no other patches except X39. And it was just amazing that it fixed the problem, and he's happy.
Thank you so much for sharing. That is such a huge deal and people need to know. So I bet there's some people out there that had not heard that story yet or read it. I think you have it in maybe Vibrant Living and anyway, maybe Live Younger. So thank you so much for sharing that again. What I have noticed is like even when my husband, I think some of you know the story and I'm not going to go into it today, but it was gradual over 3 to 4 months. And then there was a huge difference. And so I think that's really important to know. Yeah, he still needed that shot 3 months later, but he's never had one since. That just gives me goosebumps and gets me all excited all at the same time, because that is such a huge thing. We are born to heal, and LifeWave helps our bodies be in a situation, an environment where our bodies can heal. And that's awesome. So we don't treat, diagnose, or cure any disease, but our bodies can do wonders anyway with it when they have the right environment. All right, who's next? I don't see any hands. So who has a story you'd like to share, tell, retell, something? Even think about, like, what's your favorite experience that you've had, or a friend of yours or family member has had? Just think about something, even if you shared it before, because it always helps somebody.
Hello, my name is Giselle. I'm from the UK. I had a quick question. I can also share an experience. I wanted to ask the lady that just spoke about the eye condition. Was that macular degeneration? Was there a name, a diagnosis?
Yeah, we can't say what it is.
Oh, even on this private call, we can't, just
No.
out of interest. But
This call is not that private. It goes on YouTube.
I see. Okay, I see. So sorry about that. Okay, I can share a story. I had a 72-year-old lady who has a puppy, and the puppy scratched her hand. And she's got very fine skin at that age, and she'd been using X39 patches for just a few days, really. And she sent me a photo of her skin. She said usually she would bleed a lot more, but her skin, the wound had healed literally after 5 days. And she said that would have taken 4 to 6 weeks. So in terms of wound healing, that was a really, I can share that one with you today.
That is awesome. And I want to piggyback on that. I told this story once a long time ago, but I sew and I used rotary cutter. And one time I just decided to slice my finger, right, a big deep slice. And of course I doctored it up and put patches around it. And 3 days in a row, I bumped it, made it bleed again. And by the 5th day, it was completely healed. It was amazing. So just, yeah, wound healing is a big deal. Our bodies can really heal fast with it. Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Who's next? It looks like Kathy.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm excited to share. I've been using the patches for the last couple of years, and I've just moved, and I spent the last month running up and down the stairs from my apartment with boxes, and you know, I don't know, I must have done 1,000 stair laps, and I've had knee pain for, I don't know, the last 10 years or more. And I had no pain doing all of this moving up and down the stairs. I know between the exercise I've been doing and the patches, I mean, I'm just astonished and so delighted. I've had no knee pain while I've been doing this extraordinary effort of moving. So I just wanted to share that. I've been really delighted and just happy, and I hate to say surprised, but yes, a little surprised.
I know,
So,
it keeps surprising us, doesn't it? It's so
yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. And the joy of that when you're not hurting is so amazing.
So
Oh,
wonderful. I mean, I
yeah.
could barely walk up and down the stairs many times, just kind of limping or, compensating to get up and down the stairs. And this has just been amazing.
Wow. And I do want to add, I like that you said, you're exercising. I don't want anybody to ever think that using the patches means you don't have to live a good lifestyle. When you live a good lifestyle and you use the patches, it's the best of both worlds.
Great combo, great combo.
It really is. So thank you so much, Kathy. And let's go to Bob.
Yeah, sorry, I had trouble unmuting. We just got back from a 10-hour trip, and the second time we've used the energy patches, and it really works. It really keeps me bright and sharp, and it's clean energy. Love it.
That is wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to add something in there because you said you were surprised. Sometimes we're surprised how well it works. When I first started doing this, I was lucky enough that there was a documentary on stem cells. It was about the injections, and I watched it and I was so impressed. And it's actually one of the reasons I decided I wanted to do this as a business. But I kept thinking, because when you're new, you really don't know how good this is. And I kept thinking, well, I know this is good. It can't possibly be that good. But I would like to just put in here what I have learned over the last couple of years is it's not only that good, it's better. It's better. The injections, kind of the numbers are a third of the time, they really are kind of like miracles like we hear here all the time. And a third of the time they can actually hurt you. And a third of the time there's no change. I find with the patches, it always, always helps. We don't always know where. You might be taking it because maybe you have a little arthritis, or I can't say anything. Maybe you have a little sticky thing in your finger and you're hoping it'll help that, but maybe one of your organs needs some stem cells. You don't know. Your body's going to send it to where it needs the most. So you can't predict on what's going to get better first, but I've never seen it not help when people use it consistently over time. Who's
Karen,
next? Oh, yes.
this is Kay again. I wanted to make a comment for Giselle with the lady who's bruising easily. Collagen can make a huge difference when elderly people are bruising, or even younger people. And David stated on the call about the Alavida that one of the things the Alavida patches do is cause your body to increase the production of collagen. So I would add that to this lady's regimen, and I think she'll have less bruising and less of that thin skin problem.
Thank you. Yes, I myself, I'm 61, but I use the Alavida at nighttime on the pineal gland, and I find it I really love it for sleeping. But obviously, it's getting rid of oxidative stress as well. And for the skin inside out. But yes, I absolutely love the Alavida patches. But I didn't know about the collagen there, so thank you for that.
Yeah, that's where we learned so much on the call. And actually, my husband had, when you're talking about the bruising, his arms from above his elbows through his hands were almost black. And over time, they lightened up to, most of it was flesh colored after a few months. So that really helped him. And he'd had that for years, well over a decade. So who's next? I have to see what time it is. Yeah.
Can I ask quickly, with the Alavida for bruising, where do you suggest one places that? He
actually, it was X39 that helped him, but I would just put it on the pineal gland, like up in the kind where between the eyebrows. Yeah,
right, lovely.
It works fine there, and it does everything it needs to do. So,
thank you.
And Miko, unmute. Make sure you. Yeah, you got it.
Hi, my name is Emiko. I am very new to this. Carrie Lynn introduced me. Anyways, I've been using the X39 for a couple of weeks, mainly for my knee. I've had a old knee injury 40 years ago. Not irritating pain. And if I've been on it all day, very sore and swollen and irritated. It's been doing really good. I've noticed that I have the soreness in the evening, even after being on it all day. What I did notice was Saturday, I had got up late, was rushing, forgot to put the patch on. Went, did an hour trip away to the main area, went shopping, came home, realized I forgot the patch. My knee was a little sore that evening, but Sunday it was really sore. Actually, again on Sunday. This morning, much better. I noticed even just one day that it can affect it.
Awesome. Yeah, a lot of stuff is instant. That's awesome.
Sorry, can I just ask again, it's Giselle, regarding the eye condition, could you just remind me where you, was it the X39 patch, and where was it placed?
Yes, it was the X39, and he wore it on the back of his neck in the position that the booklet says.
Fabulous. Okay, because sometimes with eyes, I know people mention about wearing an eye mask and wearing them on the front, on over each eye or one eye, depending on, if it's one or two eyes. But that's interesting that it's back of the neck. Okay, thank you very much.
He also had a back pain that the X39 really helped, and he did occasionally put the patch right on his lower back hip area where it was hurting. So I don't think it matters where you put X39. It's going to send the stem cells wherever your body is needing them.
Yes, I've understood it to be, it works systemically. That's right. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I think it was a surprise outcome. I don't think they were expecting that at all. It was just like, wow.
No, he was just hoping his back pain would go away. And it was quite a surprise that we found that happened.
Yeah, so that's the beauty of it. Yeah, I love it. So thank you. That was a great question. All right, so next we have Jennifer.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi. It's been so much fun. One of my friends who has been suffering from a degenerative disease for 10 or 12 years had actually gotten a couple stem cell injections over the last few years. And she said they're like miracles. It made her feel like she was actually going back in time. And then after a certain period of time, she said, I'm not having the effect anymore, so I'm ready for another injection, and you know how expensive they are. And so one of our mutual friends mentioned these patches, and she called me and she said, I'm leery because it's multi-level, it's a little patch. I mean, this all sounds too good to be true, but everything stem cell I believe in. And anyway, she started using it, and within 1 week she texted me going, I have to get on this. And so we got her going, and the second week she called back and said, you won't believe this, but I'm off all my pain meds that I take at night so that I can actually sleep. I haven't been taking any. My pain's down 50% at least. I have more energy. And then her friend in the background yelled out, and I'm the bionic woman, because she's been giving me her leftover patches. And I said, my goodness, I think you need to get your own patches. So what has been exciting is what she said after that second week is, what I didn't know is I was in a low-grade depression during that whole last few years. and it's lifted. I feel so excited and hopeful. So she's already shared it with a few people. So it made me cry when I heard the first call, but it really made me cry the second time because it was like, this is life-changing. And so, yeah.
Tears of joy. Oh, that is beautiful. Just beautiful. So thanks for sharing that. I love it. Who's next? Excuse me. Now I can say it better. Who's next?
Hi, Karen. It's Tim. I can share about our little dog. He's, well, I've had trouble sleeping for decades, and it took quite a while before I noticed anything with the patches for myself. But the other problem with my sleep is this dog, who may just wake me up to play or who knows what. But when the wind blows, I can count that he's going to wake me up. I can count on it. So it occurred to me, well, maybe I need to patch the dog. So I put an Eon on him before we went to sleep. And he actually slept through some pretty incredible wind. I got to another room and shut the windows and all that, but still he slept through when he would never sleep through before. So yay for the dog.
That is awesome. I love it. Yes, yay for the dog and yay that you can sleep now when it's windy. I love it. I don't know, we haven't talked about this. This is not about X39, but I want to bring it up. When I first started, my sister, who's 10 years older than I am, had her knees were hurting. There just was nothing. The bones were just rubbing bones. And so she used Eon and glutathione for 3 months. And I called her because she's in a few states away. And I said, how are you doing? Because when she'd get up from the sofa, she'd do a little crab walk because she could hardly get up. She could not bend her knee. She'd had this condition for over 10 years and they wanted her to have surgery. Anyway, she couldn't bend her knee to put her pants on. And I called her and I was asking her, I asked her several times, but then I asked her, well, what about when you get up? And she goes, I don't even think about it anymore. And then I said, well, how about putting your pants on? Oh, I can bend my knee. So I just want to put that out there because some people don't really know that, because they're newer and I haven't heard it mentioned for a while. Of course, I haven't been on a lot of the calls too, just because of circumstances in my life, but I just want to mention that for y'all. Anyway, I think we're about at the bottom of the hour, but we have a few more minutes. So who's next?
Hey, I see Jennifer made a comment in the chat about her kitty. I wonder if you'd share it out loud, Jennifer.
Good idea.
Well, it seemed so, for me, wasteful to throw the patch out after my 12 hours, right? So I kept thinking, well, maybe it's just has a low dose of something. And Robin and Gregory had shared that their animals all wear, patches. So I thought, let me try this for a while. And I've been giving him insulin for a year and a half. He had really high blood sugar and he was lethargic. And this little guy is, I could tell his coat was getting thicker and shinier and he was getting perkier. He's still an old cat, so he's not actually going after the play toys. But what was really amazing is when I took the reading the other day, it almost freaked me out because it had dropped so much. So I called the vet to make sure it wasn't dangerous. And he said, keep an eye out every week, check it, lower the dose just by a hair. And he didn't ask what I was using. And I actually was not certain if we're supposed to share with medical practitioners because I read something or heard something from one of my distributors that we shouldn't be enrolling the medical community. And I got confused about that. So I would like clarity on that one. Yeah.
I have no idea because we have doctors in our business. So right. I have no idea.
People go to their doctors to see if it's okay, right? So I assumed it was okay, but I wanted to double check because some people actually read those terms and conditions really, really, really carefully. So I thought I better check that out. But my kitty is happy. I'm happy because my kitty's happy. So thanks.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. And what a great idea, Tim, to have her shares, because that's wonderful. So I think it's 9:30, you guys. We had 30 minutes of wonderful stories.
Can I make
it's exciting.
Can I make a 15-second comment? This is Mike. Okay.
Go ahead.
I have shared the patches with my chiropractors, with my primary doctor, and my cardiologist. My understanding is that you can go to your medical person, but you're not supposed to go and try to get people, like going to a hospital and talking to those doctors who you don't know. Does that make sense?
It makes sense. Yeah, I don't know what the actual thing is, but it definitely makes sense.
Thank
And
you.
my doctor's very interested in them and going to be using them, so.
I talked to her about it, and she's the one that told me that.
Great.
Okay, cool. So then, yeah.
Yeah,
you
we
have
just
good
can't
source.
we just can't like go to clinics or hospitals, but you can go to, healthcare practitioners.
To your
Awesome. Thanks for the clarity. That's awesome. So I want to remind you guys tonight, there is a call it's 7 p.m. Mountain Time. You just have to adjust for your time zone. And Robin and Gregory will be on. It's our business call. I don't know what it's about today because they're not here. So it'll be a surprise. Whatever it is, it'll be great. So meanwhile, have a great week. Keep on sharing. Keep on knowing that we were born to heal and we have help for people who have lost hope in that concept.
Before we close, can I ask one last quick question? Is there a place where I can find testimonials other than what's being shared here?
Where you can what? Say that again?
Where I can find people's testimonials on using the different patches?
They have them on our website. We have them on Vibrant Living and Live Younger. And I know Darlene's is in there as well. So those are great places. Anybody else have any other suggestions?
LiveYoungerYouTube.com.
Sorry, Live Younger, Vibrant Living, did you say?
Yes.
No, Live
Vibrant
Younger
Living is
YouTube.
A Facebook group. It's a private community. Have your upline invite you to join the group if you are not already a part of it. And once you are on Vibrant Living, the easiest way to find the testimonials is to go to the guides, and there is a section called stories, and the stories are there, so you don't have to scroll through all of the posts to try to find the stories.
Okay. And that's on Facebook, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Also, LiveYoungerYouTube.com.
Yes.
Yes, and she posted it there in the chat too. So thank you for doing that.
And Nitty Gritty, I don't know if people, Nitty Gritty has some.
Also,
Nitty Gritty 101 and
Nitty Gritty 101.
Right.
Fabulous.
Awesome. Well, it's been a
We
wonderful
have
day.
Lolita Reed from Norway on. I've been seeing her the whole time.
Awesome. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Great.
What time is it there?
Oh, it's a good time. Good time. It's now 5:33 p.m.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
it's good
Thanks
time.
for being
Evening,
on. That's
evening.
exciting. Awesome. Well, we're going to close it out now. Everybody can unmute, say goodbye, and have a great.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.